Hey everyone, how's it going? It's Nady, and today we'll be testing out the R.E.m. Beauty Sweetener Concealer. As you beautiful people know, this is about the products, not the people behind them. Any tiff you may have with them, please cast it away because this is a channel of positive energy. Okay? Thank you. Oh, my little Cocoa Von platters, how you doing today? I hope wherever you're at in the world, you're having a spiffy day so far. I myself am doing wonderful. I did kind of wake up and my under eyes and my eyebrow was broken out, so that's fun. I'd planned on filming quite a bit today, like foundation reviews, concealer reviews, but instead I think I'm just gonna be slapping this on my face and maybe I'll film like a not makeup thing. So I'm sorry, because I was really excited. But also, I have never had like whiteheads right under there in my eyes, so that's a little bit scary. So we're gonna take it easy. Anyways, it is a fabulously gloomy day outside. It's chilly, it's like 65. I love this journey for me that's cold, but back at home in Michigan, there's like 6 to 12 inches of snow happening. Woo, child, I do not miss that. Neither does poor Ron, who's snoozing behind me. Anyways, this concealer, I've had this little bitch for like, I don't know, maybe a month and a half, and I had planned on filming with it while I was traveling, but turns out I don't like filming while traveling, so I didn't. But I guess I didn't realize it was such a tiny little pot. Normally, I'm not one to say no to pot, but this just looks itty bitty. And it's kind of making me nervous because last time we tried something like this, I think it was the Kevin Aquan one, and I think I fucked that up royally. I tried to use the tiniest amount, which you're supposed to with that product, yet it looked like so much underneath my eye. I should have went in with a fucking toothpick. And I kind of have a feeling that this is similar. Oh, okay. Comes with the tiniest little porridge spoon. It is so cute. Look at how handsome she is. And I ordered this for pickup at Ulta, and they only had one of the several shades, so this is what we have to work with. This is Light 10N, which is another reason why I didn't quite want to review this while traveling, because I didn't know if this would be my correct shade. It might be, although it does kind of look a little bit yellow, which it is neutral, and I think I'm more pinky, so that kind of makes sense. Hopefully I don't end up looking like a hot dog with mustard squirted on it. And on Ulta's website, this retails for 24 bucks. It has 4 out of 5 stars, and 74% of people would recommend this. I'm actually surprised it has such high stars because almost all of the reviews on their page are like 4, 3, 2, actually more around 1 or 2. They say it just looks cakey and sank into their under eye creases. We don't like the sounds of that. It's horrible and the texture was not for me, made their skin look clunky and chalky. How does your skin look clunky? Hopefully we don't find out. But they do say it's very drying as well, which I don't like the sounds of that. However, if I had to look dry over looking creasy, I'd rather look dry because I can just use like a hydrating setting spray to look shiny. Others say it's a good buildable concealer. Some people just love it. So yeah, I'm really not gonna ride too hard on those reviews. We're gonna see how it works with my skin. Like I always say, oh my gosh, I can feel one of my whiskers like touching my lip and it feels like I've got a piece of hair on it. Anyways, everybody's skin is different. So if you are interested in a product like this, I always recommend looking at a few different reviews. Right now I have supple hydrated skin because I've been doing moisturizer and shit hardcore. So if the shit does end up looking dry in my skin, then you know that if you have dry skin, stay the fuck away from this. Holy hell. Are there directions on this? Just says it conceals to soft focus perfection. No, okay, no directions. They do say for best results, set with a setting spray and or finishing powder. They say make sure you get shades lighter if you're wanting to brighten underneath your eyes, which duh, but because I was limited with my shades, we get what we get. No, the Ulta website really kind of sucks regarding this product. They just have a huge, giant, multi-paragraph segment smushed together just giving you the basics of makeup, like use a deeper color for contour, a lighter color for highlight. Like, okay, didn't know I was taking a fucking Pat McGrath masterclass here. I just want to know how to use this. Well, since it comes with a tiny little scoop and it comes in a tiny little jar, I'm assuming you're supposed to use this very sparingly, so we will. The dryness, though, does kind of scare me, and normally before I go in with anything, I always use my Nimia little cooling stick. I don't know if this really does anything, but it feels great. Oh, yeah, that does not feel good over my little breakouts. Shit. Just gotta pat that in, and then I want to go in with my Laura Mercier Illuminating Eye Cream. This is the same routine I do before applying pretty much any makeup, even like day to day, and I really want to give this shit the best chance possible. Fuck, that really is illuminating. God, that is not sexy. I love the product though, just not under these lights. For primer, I'm gonna go in with this Yenza Essential Glow. This says it has a little bit of a tint to it, but I don't think it does. However, it makes my skin look great. Like even just on its own, this is a fabulous product for like a no makeup sitch. Also, the updo is momentarily making her appearance again. I've had curls for so long, and I had an incident while traveling where somebody actually came into my room, took off the do not disturb sign, and was like moseying around. Fortunately, we had my iPad set up recording because we had to sign a waiver upon checking in saying that anything stolen from the room by housekeeping isn't their responsibility. Can you say fucking sketchy? And I'm so glad we did, because a lady came in, took off our do not disturb sign, walked around the room, then noticed my camera, and it was just really freaking weird. But anyways, they took my diffuser for my hair. Pissed me the fuck off. So we have an updo for a little while. Long ass story just to tell you about my hair. I'm sorry. I think I'm probably gonna end up buffing this out with a teeny tiny brush, but just to show you the consistency of this, let's pop the little spoon in. Oh, it's actually very firm. It's almost like a potted eyeliner. I think I was expecting it more to be the consistency of my eye primer, like the Gerard Cosmetics Clean Canvas, which is very creamy and kind of like a concealer. This is quite thick, very, very waxy, and she is just very solid. Smells nice though, kind of on the natural side, almost like sweet almond oil. But here we have just a minuscule amount on there. I'm not gonna take all this. I'm gonna dip my brush into this. And I'm first gonna start out with my teeny tiny little crease brush. Fuck, I don't have a mirror. Here's one. But I feel like I can be a little bit more precise with this. So here we go. I can already tell this is probably gonna be, oh, maybe it won't be too dark. I thought it would be. All right, can we see that little tiny bit on there? I'm then gonna take this flat brush and try to buff it out. And just like that. And they do say this is a corrector, but I'm a little bit confused because sometimes they say it's a corrector, sometimes they say it's a concealer. Make up your damn mind. I don't know what the hell I'm working with here. There is 4 or 5 little plops of that. I don't really see much difference, maybe just a tiny bit. I definitely want more. They do say it's buildable, or somebody said it's buildable. Maybe it was one of the reviews. So let's take this again, and I'm gonna go in a little bit harder. You know what? I'm actually just gonna buff it out with this thing right here. Oh, the color actually might be too light. Shit, how in the fuck did that happen? Oh, that does seem to be working quite a bit better. I'm also gonna bring it up onto my eyelid to even that out too. And I really thought the tiny amount that I had on my brush would be plenty for both sides of my eyes, but I guess not. However, it doesn't look bad. It looks very natural. It really doesn't look like anything other than my skin, which I think is the point of it, right? Oh, wait, no, I take it back. It's very, very creasy right under here, so hold on. I can tell it's still a little bit moist, so I think it just needs it blended until it's dried. No biggie. There we go. Can you really see a difference between the side that doesn't have any and the side that does? I do think this side is a little bit healthier and definitely more pale. It's not dramatic. Like, I think this color selection is actually spot on. Lucky with that one. But it did ever so slightly correct. I think I actually really like it. Like, I would take this traveling with me for days when I don't want to slap on an actual concealer and make it look like I have a lot of makeup on. This kind of does exactly what I really, really want in a product, which is make it look like I'm not wearing anything, but still look like I got a few more hours of sleep and eat my kale and my spinach and my green peppers. Maybe take a few more vitamins. I think I really like it. What do you think? I'm ever so curious and want to very slightly build it up a little bit more, but I also don't want to fuck this shit up. But surely this can't be all that the product does, right? Like, there has to be more to it. I dipped in one more time with my brush. I just want to take a couple more drops right here where it's really dark. So just like there, not too much. We're doing all right. We're not cakey. Let's take our flat brush and ever so gently blend it out again. I can instantly tell that if you have drier skin, especially under your eyes, you're probably not gonna love this unless you apply an incredible moisturizer beforehand that lasts like all day, because even after that moisturizer that I added under my eyes, it does look a little bit dry. It's not terrible. I don't mind how that looks at all. I actually think that's really, really pretty. Hold on, let me look in my other mirror. Yes, I do still see a little bit of purple, which is something I personally don't mind. I like to look human. I don't like to look perfect and porcelain. I do think I could still build it up even more. Oh, do I want to? I mean, this is a review. I do want to put this to the test. I don't want to fuck it up, but I want to build it up and see exactly how much coverage you can actually get, because if you're a full glam kind of person, this might still work for you, but clearly it works if you're wanting like very, very minimal coverage like myself. So with that same little brush, I'm just gonna keep on building it up and we can kind of see how far we can take this. I may end up having to wipe this side off completely and restart, who knows? But but at least we can put it to the test here. It's starting to not look cakey, but look as though I'm wearing makeup. Like it's kind of enhancing my little pores and everything. Oh my gosh, this is very, very thick. It is really concealing. Like you could probably cover a fucking tattoo with that. I'm not gonna say it's the smoothest looking thing on the skin. Like I can absolutely tell that there is a full coverage concealer on my skin. You know that look? Where it's just not natural. Like it's not cakey, but you can tell there's a little something going on right there. Yeah, I would say this is probably the most coverage that you'll get out of this, which I mean, don't shake a leg at this. This is no small biscuits. That is great coverage. I dare say probably full coverage. However, I would immediately set this into place because I can already tell that it's creasing, even though it is a little bit on the drier side, yet still somehow not. It just seems to be one of those products that really, really needs to be set into place quickly. So I'm going to take my setting powder. This is by Fluorescence, and we'll just press that right into there. That is actually quite beautiful, is it not? And this powder really doesn't dry shit out. Like it doesn't add cakiness to your face. It just kind of blurs and smooths. And to me, this part of my eye really does look dry and textured and kind of creasy, but only right in that spot. Like the rest of this area, I think looks beautiful. Is it a little bit too light for me? Probably, especially if I'm gonna have a tan anytime. But I did think it looked perfect before I went in and really, really went in heavily. But also on camera, it doesn't look bad. I think this is great. But again, if you have any kind of dryness, steer clear of this shit or dunk your head in a vat of moisturizer for an hour before you apply this, which you shouldn't have to. But if you don't have an issue with dryness, this is excellent. At least so far. We'll see how it wears throughout the day. But now for the other side, I'm gonna go in with probably the same amount that I used in the first time. And I'm gonna go in very, very sparingly because for me, that's actually how I would use it. And I know not everyone wants this full ass coverage. So during the wear time test, we'll see how both sides wear. I am just gonna take a tiny bit more to try to cover up this little zit that I have going on. She is a little fucking demon from hell and will not go away. I think that maybe if you were gonna spot conceal with this, you would wanna either apply it and let it dry for a minute and then blend it out, or blend it out and maybe powder it and then add another layer over that. I know, very taboo applying a cream over a powder, but it works. Let's go ahead and powder this jizz fest. Oh my gosh, this is fucking great. It is, however, a little bit creasy. Like, even though I said it, when I squint, the creases kind of want to stick. Oh my. In the beginning, like right when it's fresh, it looks so pretty. And actually from like maybe a foot away, it looks really pretty. But when you get like in the nitty gritty, like elbow deep in this shit, it actually is hella dry, like super aging underneath my eyes. I don't think it's the powder. Like I use this shit all the time and it works marvelously. Would that fully deter me from using this? Not really, because nobody gets this close to me. Like looking in my mirror over there, which is about as close as I want somebody to get to me, it looks beautiful. So yeah, I feel like I'm gonna be very torn with this by the end of the day. Hopefully it looks good. I will say I am never gonna fucking use this scoop again. You waste so much product by using it. Like I scraped this off into the pot and I can't get this product off. That is enough for like a fucking week. So yeah, I would probably skip the spoon altogether and just use a brush, which even so much gets wasted on this. Maybe even use your finger. But what do we think? The side with a lot, the side with a little? To me, they both look extremely similar. I wouldn't necessarily feel comfortable glamming up with just this amount of coverage, but I would feel comfortable going out in public looking a little bit healthier with this. So I think my vote is both spot concealing and maybe going a little bit heavy and then using a lighter amount underneath the eyes, especially with how dry it gets. Like my under eyes look very similar to dry toast right now. Very old dry toast with all the creasing. It's actually getting worse. Oh no. I don't know if you can see right there. Hopefully my camera can capture that. Possibly not, but it is just like settling. It's kind of shifting. I might actually have to go in with a little bit more powder. I took this shit like all the way up to my tear duct, but let's go in a little bit harder. Yeah, I don't know. When there are so many beautiful like liquidy concealers that aren't quite as finicky to work with, I don't know if I would pick this over that, but we'll see during the wear time. Again, what do we think? A little bit? A lot? Neither? I mean, on camera, I think they look beautiful, but up close, they're starting to really, really concern me. Yeah, I don't know about this one, but I'm gonna wear it for several hours. I will see you at the end of the day in just a second. And we are back. It's actually not the end of my day. It's still freaking light out, but I've had this on for, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 hours, and I am fucking over it. I think under these lights, it looks so beautiful. Like what you're seeing, I think is still pretty. However, she has slowly started to dry the fuck out. The creasiness has been so bad. My under eyes actually look old and crepey, and I thought I was crazy, so I tweeted out and asked my followers if anybody's tried this stuff, and literally everyone said it's dry and crepey. So the fact that on my moisturized skin, it looks that shitty tells me that if you have mature skin or dry skin, this is gonna be awful. This is literally made for babies. I really think the only people who could truly get away with wearing this would be people who have no wrinkles under their eyes, no expression, and have an ungodly amount of hydration to their skin. I don't get it. I'm so disappointed. Like, I was fucking on board at the beginning, but here I'll insert a clip of how I look in natural light. It's not pretty. As you can see, it's very, very wrinkly. I know we're super up close, but even in like my bathroom lighting, the moment I turn my light on and just stand in front of the mirror, it looks awful. Oh, I'm so bummed. And it's bad on both sides, not just the side that I applied a shit ton to. Like the minimal side, it looks just as bad. Ah, fuck. I really wanted to like this. I feel like for the most part, a lot of the products from this brand, I have not liked at all, which is why I was so excited about this one, because I had high hopes. Is this gonna work for some people? Probably. I mean, it did have 4 stars, so clearly there's somebody out there that likes this, but do I recommend it? Probably not. I really don't mind the price, like $24, and having to use so little of it, that's not bad. Like, this would probably last you a lot longer than like a tube of liquid concealer, so that I'm perfectly okay with, but the price has nothing to do with this. It doesn't matter if it's fucking free. It just is not good. I don't recommend it. It made my under eyes look very old, very crepey. The only kind of crepe I want better be fucking filled with chocolate. If you could make it work and not settle in fine lines and look really dry and like shit, then I would recommend it, because as we saw in the beginning, it really was beautiful. So if you know some kind of tip or trick that I didn't do, please let me know down in the comments below. I always love hearing from you. Maybe it does need the setting spray, I don't know. But for all the responses that were on my Twitter feed to be the exact same, I know that my opinion is probably relatable. I do also want to mention that this does seem to be fading quite drastically. Like, I don't think this was quite as red when I started the wear time test, and now all of my little bits of business, my little acne spots and breakouts, they're very visible. So as far as the spot concealer goes, I kind of have to call bullshit. Like, it worked for a minute, but then over a very small amount of time, it just faded and turned into basically nothing. Anyways, my loves, there you go. Thank you so much for being here. I love having you. And if you want a little bit more me in your life, head over to my Patreon. It's patreon.com/poplux. You get videos a day early, you get Patreon only content, and best part, it is cheap, fun, and fancy just like me. And like always, please be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell down below so that you're notified anytime I upload a new video. Don't forget my newest collection of highlighters, including Black Ice, which does change from black to white, will be available again soon at thepoplux.com. Also, my latest album, Kiss of Fame, is available everywhere online that music is sold. Thank you so much to everyone who's supporting them. Comment down below, let me know what you thought of this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. You can follow me on Snapchat, Instagram, and Twitter at officialnady, and you can follow me online at thepoplux.com. Thank you so much for watching. I love you all, and I will see you again soon. Bye!